The AWS Cloud Practitioner is an entry-level exam that tests your knowledge of cloud concepts. It's a good exam to test your knowledge before tackling harder cloud exams. It's good to take if you are new to cloud concepts or IT in general. With a few months of studying, you should be able to clear the exam easy. With this exam, you don't need much hands-on experience, but for added experience, you should play around with the basic AWS services. This will help you familiarize yourself with different services such as EC2 and S3 and enable you to memorize them better. The exam covers a wide range of topics on Amazon's cloud platform. You have 90 minutes to complete with 65 multiple choice questions. There are two question types that are multiple choice and multiple response questions. Multiple choice has 4 answer choices where only one is the correct answer, while multiple response has 5 answer choices with 2 or more correct answers. 15 questions on the exam are unscored, meaning that they do not affect your score. The exam costs $100 and you only have one attempt. If you fail, you'll have to purchase another exam voucher. To pass, you'll need to at least get a score of 700 out of 1,000. The exam starts at a score of 100. It is composed of several sections that test different aspects of AWS, so you can fail a section but pass the overall exam. The exam tests the following concepts: explain the value of the AWS cloud, understand and explain the AWS shared responsibility model, understand security best practices, understand AWS cloud costs, economics, and billing practices, describe and position the core AWS services, including compute, network, database, and storage services. Identify AWS services for common use cases. The exam has the following content domains and weightings. Domain 1 is cloud concepts, which is 24% of scored content. Domain 2 is security and compliance and is 30% of scored content. Domain 3 is cloud technology and services at 34% of scored content. And finally, Domain 4 is billing, pricing, and support at 12% of scored content. These following concepts you don't need to know for this exam: coding, cloud architecture design, troubleshooting, implementation, load and performance testing. This exam only tests the basics of AWS. You can find all the concepts you need to study online. Also, Amazon's website has all the documentation for AWS, so it is very useful to use when studying. There's several exam study guides you can find online or by searching AWS Cloud Practitioner on Google and going to the AWS website. Overall, the AWS Cloud Practitioner is a great entry-level exam to get your feet wet in cloud computing terms and concepts. It's possible to pass it with a few weeks of hard studying or at a slower pace of a few months. If you're interested in a free practice exam, sign up for our cloud computing newsletter below and receive a 50-question practice exam for the Cloud Practitioner.